So Trennbar verb we are going to learn now. So first verb is einladen. Einladen. When we write this verb, we write the verb complete. So it doesn't matter like what is the meaning of ein, what is the meaning of laden, doesn't matter. But when these two words come together and when we separate these verbs, then it is a Trennbar verb, and the way how we use these verbs when we make a sentence is very important. So suppose this is a verb. This verb means to invite. This verb means to invite. Suppose if you want to invite somebody to your birthday, to your house, any place. Okay? So this means to invite. And what's happening with this verb is when we frame a sentence, first I will tell you how to make a sentence. Then I will tell you the. So what's happening with this verb is suppose we are training this verb. Trennen means to separate. That's why these verbs are called Trennbar verbs. So it is actually ein plus lat. We have it is actually one part is ein, first part is ein, the second part is laden. It's not bin laden. Second part is laden. But we speak it the same way. Laden. Ein laden. So what's happening with this verb is when we are framing a sentence, we are only conjugating the second part. We are only conjugating the second part, and the first part will come at the end of the sentence. So it's actually coming like this. The first part will come at the end of the sentence without conjugation. Only the first part is being conjugated. So it's like this. Dish, starter. So second part is being conjugated, right? Dish, starter, dish, or you can say starter dish. Zum, mein, Geburtstag. Geburtstag is birthday. So I am inviting you to my birthday. So this is the sentence by which we are framing the sentence. We are using the verb. What we are doing is the first part will come at the end of the sentence, and only the second part will be the. So what's the conjugation of this Trennbar verb? Only we have to learn the conjugation for the second part. Second part conjugation will be like this: Ich lade, du ladest, es. Actually, it should be since this is a irregular verb. It should be like since we have learned this verb as a irregular verb, there is a late. And then we start. Again, we are going to the plural side. Here, laden. Here, what should be there for here?
Larded.
Very good. So here only wants the stamp and then T will and T laden. T laden. So this is the conjugation of the verb. Okay. So going forward, if I'm going to tell you any verb, okay, this is the second verb, this is the third verb. There is no specifically list of verbs, list of Trennbar verbs which are there in the A1 German. But I'm going to give you some examples of the verbs which I have. Okay. So for that you have to watch videos, you have to see the A1 book. Whatever verbs are coming there, you should know the conjugation of that verb, and then you should be able to frame the sentence. Okay. I hope The first verb is clear how we are going to make a sentence with the Trennbar verb. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the second verb is abholen. Okay.
So can you send a screenshot of this?
Yeah. So in the same, tell you how we are going to frame a sentence of the second verb. So the second verb is abholen. Abholen means to pick up. So what's happening with this verb is it is actually two parts. First part is up and the second part is holen. I will write it again. First part is up. So up will come at the last of the sentence. Holen is it will be conjugated and it will be coming at the second position. The second part is up. So what's happening with this verb is when we are going to frame a sentence, then this first part will go at the last of. Suppose I want to make a sentence that I'm going to pick up my brother from the end. The sentence will be like ish hola. Okay. I will conjugate the second part and put it on the second position of the sentence. Ish hola mein Ausflughafen, Ausflughafen ab. So this is the complete sentence. What's happening here is the first part is going at the very last of the sentence. Then the sentence is framed without any completion. I will also tell you how this verb is being used with modal verbs. Okay, I will also tell that. But first, we need to understand and learn how a Trennbar verb is formed, how a Trennbar verb is calculated. Okay. So the conjugation, it is a regular verb. You don't need to learn the conjugation. Only you should know the rule. The rule is with ish, e will come into st will come, air, s, hold, come, and then colon, colon, here, colon, here, hold, okay, and then with the colon and with the colon. So this is the conjugation of this verb, up, colon, ish, hola, to holst, as hold, here, colon, here, hold, easy, colon. Okay. Suppose if you want to make a sentence again with this verb, and the sentence will be like this in English. Okay? I am going to, yeah, or you can say, I am picking up my sister from school. How you will make a sentence? Can anybody tell me? Ish will be there.
Ich
I
hole
am
mein Schwester,
buying a sister. Very good.
meine Schwester aus Schule.
Very good. Up. Up will come at the last. Okay. So what's happening here in the sentence is that the first part is coming at the very last of the sentence. Suppose I am picking up my father from the railway station, and the railway station is called as Bahnhof. Der Bahnhof. Der Bahnhof is railway station. Okay. Now, how you take a sentence? I am picking up my father from railway station.
Ich hole mein Vater
Yeah.
aus Bahnhof, ab.
So this is how you will make a sentence with Trennbar verbs. So this was the second verb. There is one more verb. Actually, there are 7 or 8 verbs which I have. Okay. Anfangen is to start. It can be anything. The film is starting. Okay, the train is starting. Something like this. So with anfangen, I will write here first the complete verb, the original form of the verb. It means to start or begin. So what's happening here is we will first separate the verb into parts, and the first part is un. First part is un. The second part is fangen.
Pagan.
Fangen, not fragen. Fragen is separate. Fragen means ask. Yeah. So
Angan.
happening. Yeah. So what's happening with this first part is it will come at the last of the sentence without any conjugation. Only the second part will be conjugated. And I will tell you the conjugation first so that you can reach it. Is stronger, paints. If it is an irregular verb, so the conjugation will be like two things. And then add s. Then Pangan. Again, with the plural side, you will write like this. Here Pangan. Here Pang. Nothing will happen with it. Only to worry about Pangan. So now you can, I think it will be easy for you to make sentences with unpangan. Okay. Suppose I am going, the lecture will start at 3 o'clock. How can we make a sentence? The lecture is, what is the name of the lecture in German? How do we call it? Der Unterricht. Okay. Unterrichten is a verb which means to teach, but the lecture means Unterricht. Der Unterricht, then something will come, then what will come? Der Unterricht fängt, okay, because it is there
Paying.
at 3 o'clock. I said
Der Unterricht fängt
yeah,
drei.
and always with
3 Uhr.
time will come. Okay? 3 Uhr an. This is how the sentence will be written. Okay? Der Unterricht fängt 3 Uhr an. So what's happening here is the second part is being conjugated and it is coming on the second position. The first part will come at the last position without any conjugation.
1 second. Why is it the fanged?
Because it is irregular verb. Any doubts?
It's a second person perspective.
Yeah, see, der Unterricht, it is masculine. So masculine will be always er.
Okay.
Yeah, as I mentioned previously that in English, all the non-living things will come into it. But it doesn't happen in German. Even if it is a non-living thing, but the article is masculine, it will be considered as masculine. And the personal pronoun will be er. Okay. Suppose I want to say the film will start at 6 o'clock. How can you frame it? The film.
What, the film?
Yeah, film.
The film will start at?
Starts at 6 o'clock.
Oh, film. Film is
How
kino is
can
theater.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
The film fand um
yeah.
6 6 over an.
Yeah, very good. So the film will start at 6 o'clock. Un will come at the last, okay, and faint will be complete. Suppose I want to say that train will start at 2 o'clock. How can I finish? The train is, how do you call the train in German?
Du, trails.
Der Zug. Der Zug.
Der Zug fängt
Yeah, yeah.
what time, sir?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Fly over an.
Fly over.
And
Okay. So this is how a sentence can be made with the verb unfound. Okay. I hope this verb is also clear.
yes.
The next verb is mitbringen. Suppose a party is going on, your friend is organizing a party and he has already invited you. He had used the verb einladen. But now, what I believe in Germany, everybody brings some things for a party. Okay? Nobody comes empty-handed. I think in India also everybody brings some gifts or something. But mitbringen means to bring along. If you are bringing something, suppose a friend is bringing pizza, another friend is bringing all the drinks. Okay, another friend is bringing some decorative items. So everybody will say, "Ich bringe etwas along." Okay, so what will happen in this verb again? It will be
Mit
mit
and
is the
bringen.
first part and the bringen is the second part. So mit will come at the last of the sentence. Okay. Suppose if you want to say, your friend will wants to say that I am bringing drinks along. And what do we call drinks in German? Drinks is die Getränke. Die Getränke. It means drinks. And it can be like any drink, okay? Alcohol, without alcohol. But all the drinks will be called as die Getränke. Suppose you want to say, I am bringing the drinks along. How you will make it? So what will happen here again? The first part will go at the last of the sentence and we will conjugate the verb bringen. Okay. So the conjugation for bringen will be like this. The things will be the regular verb only you need to put E for air then there and then here bringen here bring then. So the sentence, how will be the sentence? Suppose I want to say I will bring the drinks along. I will make a sentence like this. Ich bringe
Is
die
bringer the
Getränke mit last finish. Okay, nothing else you need to say. So these verbs, like they are very self-explanatory. Suppose you are saying on you are using only the verb, then the other person will not understand you are bringing some person along, or whether you are bringing along or you are only bringing that person. But if you put with bringen, it is self-explanatory that you are bringing somebody along. Suppose you have picked up your friend from the airport and now you are bringing him along to house. To house is zu Hause. You are, your friend is you are bringing your friend to house along. How you will say? Ich bringe mein Freund to house mit or zu Hause mit. This will be the sentence. Okay? Suppose you have picked up the father from the railway station. How you will frame a sentence? If you want to say,
Is bringing my father from the railway station.
yeah, from railway station. The my father house oh, then what will come here?
Mit.
Suppose you have picked up your sister and you are bringing her along to the house. How you will make it?
Ich bringe meine Schwester aus Bahnhof mit.
Yeah, it's bringe meine Schwester, Schwester house to the. I'm bringing my sister from the school and I'm bringing her along. She is also coming with me. Okay. So this was another verb with Trennbar. This was the second verb. So how we are going to make some sentences with the different verbs now. If I give you any other kind of verb, and then suppose if you are calling your father, okay, and
Your screen is not visible.
wait. Now is it visible?
Yeah. Sir, I also send the screenshots in the group.
Yeah, I've already sent. I think.
Yeah, okay. Because
Suppose
I'm not noting down, or else I do not.
sorry.
I'm not noting it down. I'm just listening.
Yeah, okay. So suppose you have called your father and you don't trust your brother, okay, and you want to confirm that whether he is coming along or not. Now there is one more verb which is mitkommen. Mitkommen means to come along. Common was previously that I am coming, okay, but if you want to say I am coming along, you will say ich komme auch mit. Okay, so what will happen here again? The first part mit will go at the end, and the second part will be continued. Common conjugation you already know is common with on, share is on, common, with on. Now we are going to directly make some sentences. And you are calling your father and you want to confirm whether he is coming or not. Now what will your father say? Ich komme. Either he can say aus, look, happen or something like this. Ich komme mit. Yeah, ich komme mit. You will say, actually, honestly, the sentence will be like this. Ich komme mit. That's it. Because it's self-explanatory that he is coming from airport, but since we are learning the Trennbar verb, we should know that the mit should be at the very end. We should frame something in between in the sentence, and then the sentence. Suppose your sister is calling you, okay, you picked up the call, and then she tells you, okay, I am coming from the school along. How will she frame the sentence? Or how will she say? Ich komme aus coming from the school along. Okay, is it clear?
So along means the alone.
Along means with. I am coming with Someone
Sir,
who is
to come.
ready to pick up.
Come with.
Okay. Suppose if there is one father and his kid is always crying whenever his father is going to office. Okay, then the kid always say, I am coming along, I'm coming along. Okay. The kid will say, Ich komme mit. Okay. Ich komme mit. Or the Frage will be framed like this. Are you coming along? Then the second part will be calculated and put at the first position. Like I told you before, the Frage verb will always come at the first position. Then something if you want to put in the sentence like comes to auch mit, are you also coming along? Then the answer will be like this. Ja, ich komme mit. Yes, I am also coming along. Suppose there is something like some scenario where 3, 4 guys are going for a picnic and they are asking other two friends. The other two friends now will be plural. Okay. And the sentence we have that is wir gehen ins Kino. So you can put like 8 Uhr. Wir gehen ins Kino 8 Uhr. Okay. And then put stop. Now they want to ask the other two friends. Okay. How will they ask? Count here with क्या तुम लोग भी साथ में आ रहे हो, which means are you also coming along? So what is here is second person informal plural. Count here mit. Okay. So this is the Trennbar verbs are used in Jada and Frage. One more thing, suppose if we want to make a way Frage with Trennbar verb, it will be like this. Where suppose if we want to ask generally who is coming along, where kommt mit, who is coming along. So the rule for way Frage is way Frage will come at the first position, then at the second position the verb will come, and the last position the first part will come. Where kommt mit. Okay. Also, it is very important to learn the Trennbar verb with modal verb. How do you frame a sentence with modal verb? It might be confusing. Okay, we have learned that Trennbar verbs, the second part is okay, and we have to put it on the second position. Now, how do we frame the modal verb? Modal verb also says that I want to come at the second position. Who will win? Suppose I want to make a sentence that I want to come along. The sentence will be like this. I want to come along. So it should be something like this. I'm just giving you a rough idea. It's just a bit common. Okay. Then now there is a competition between modal verb and Trennbar verb. What will happen? Who will win? So of course, modal verb will win. Modal verb says I am at the second position. You all both brothers or sisters go at the last position together. Now the sentence will be like this: Ich möchte auch mitkommen. So even if there is a like a modal verb, then the Trennbar verb will be together and they will be at the last position.
Can we say something like ich gehe mitkommen?
Ich gehe mitkommen. No, you cannot say. Only one verb will come in a sentence except modal verb.
Like, what if I want to say I want to go alone?
Then this is the verb. This is the sentence. I want to go along or come along.
Okay.
Along or alone you are asking?
Along, along. Mit
Along.
means along. I'm writing here so that you won't get confused. Mit means along. Okay, not alone.
Yeah, but
But we can say like this also. We are coming with or with.
Yeah, you can say if you are certain that okay, I'm coming along, you can simply say ich komme mit. You can simply say ich komme mit. I'm coming along. That's it. Okay. But what I was trying to say is, if there is a modal verb in a sentence where there is a Trennbar verb, then what will happen? Okay. Suppose two brothers are going for a picnic, and their mother says the third brother that you should also go along. Okay. But there is no verb like this. It doesn't mean, okay, I have told you, okay, mit means along and mitkommen means to come along. Then we can put mit with any other verb. No, it doesn't happen. There is a list of Trennbar verbs. You need to follow that list. You cannot you cannot say, okay, ich gehe auch mit. No, there is not a verb like this. Ich mitgehen is not a verb. Please be
Mit is
careful.
normally with, right? With we call
Yeah,
as
mit
mit.
is normally with. Yeah, mit is normally with.
Mit karte bitte.
Yeah, mit Carter. Okay, got it? So,
Yeah.
so there is one more verb, anrufen, to call. Anrufen means to call. So more precisely, it is to call somebody on the phone. Okay? So how we are going to make a sentence with anrufen? Ich rufe mein Freund um 8 Uhr an. Okay? This is how you can make a sentence with anrufen. The conjugation for anrufen will be like this: Ich rufe and as, and then here again coming to the one part here. So when you want to make a sentence like this, if you want to call somebody, suppose if you want to make an appointment with the dentist, how would you say the sentence? Ich rufe Zahnarzt. Zahn means teeth. You can frame a sentence like this. And suppose if you want to say that you are calling the Zahnarzt, then you will frame a sentence like this. Du rufst den Zahnarzt. Always the first part of the Trennbar verb will come the last. Without conjugation, the first part will come at the second position. The with conjugation. Perfect. Now, there are many Trennbar verbs. You cannot skip the Trennbar verbs. You cannot think, okay, I know. I will handle. I will learn German without Trennbar verbs. It is not possible. They will come. Okay? You have to learn them. It is compulsory to learn them. Without Trennbar verbs, German is nothing. Whole, if you open a dictionary, it is filled with Trennbar verbs. You should know how a sentence is. There are actually many other verbs which are most commonly used, like zu machen and out machen. Close, out, open. Suppose you want to open a door or a window, how you will say zu machen to close. But it is necessary to learn which thing you are closing. You cannot say sentence in the their computers zu machen. specifically zumachen and outmachen, it should be for certain things. Okay, I will give you some exercise with these, with the help of these exercises, you can understand. Okay. So how you can make sentences with zumachen? Kannst du bitte das zumachen? So what's happening here is when a modal verb coming into this picture or when a modal verb coming into a sentence, then the complete Trennbar verb, both parts will come together at the very last position of the sentence without conjugation, and only the modal verb will be conjugated. Suppose if you want to say, can you please open the door? Then you will say, kannst du die Tür aufmachen? Okay. This is the sentence you can make with the help of aufmachen. Okay. Can you please make some sentences with zumachen? Like if I ask you to frame a sentence, then please frame a sentence. Can you please close the door?
So this is formal
Can't-
way of saying close, right?
Yeah, informal also or formal also you can do.
Aufmachen is in opening.
Open, yeah. Okay.
So this will come directly, sir. Na? Zumachen, like separate, no separation here.
Yeah, why it is coming without separation is because modal verb is there in the sentence. So whenever there is a modal verb in the sentence, both Trennbar verbs will come together. Okay? Is it clear, Rajesh?
Yeah.
I will give you some exercises with the help of these exercises. But as of now, can you frame a sentence that can you please close the door? How can you make the sentence?
To
Can you please close the door?
or only
Yeah, but
close
in
the door?
German. Yeah, in German.
Machen du bitte chips packet sorry. That is for opening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, chips packet Jew often.
What
Too
is
often.
6 packet?
Chips packet.
Sir, der Tour.
Jew market.
Der Tour.
Die Tour,
the
yeah. Yeah, kannst du bitte die Tour, kannst du bitte die Tour zumachen? This will be the sentence. Can you please close the door?
Close the door.
Can you say something like kannst du bitte die chips packet aufmachen?
Yeah, you can, of course, you can say it like this. You can say it like this, of course.
Chips packet.
Also, there are some more Trennbar verbs like abfahren. So mostly at the airports, you can see abfahrt. Abfahrt is actually departure. Okay? So whenever you go to a German airport, you will always see abfahrt. Abfahrt means departure. Why it is called departure? Because abfahren is the verb which means to depart. When the flight is departing, when you are departing. Okay. Suppose a guest is there in your room or home since 3 or 4 days. Okay. You want to ask when you are departing from my house, or when you want to ask when is the flight departure, when the flight will depart. Okay, abfahren means to depart. Suppose I want to frame a sentence like this: the flight will depart at 6 o'clock. on Wednesday. How can you make it? The flight will depart at 6 o'clock. I am writing 6 o'clock specifically. I am not writing AM or PM, okay? But you should answer it in 6 o'clock. Will depart at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. How can you frame the sentence in German?
Der Flug Abfahrt.
Flug. Der Flug.
Der Flug. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay.
Der Flug.
Yeah.
Abfahrt.
No. Fahren only will come at the second point. Der Flug. Der Flug.
Um 6
Uhr.
So 8
Um
6
6 Uhr.
Uhr. Yeah, very good.
Ab.
Ab. Yeah.
Mittwoch.
Very good. Very good, Sachin. What is Wednesday?
Mittwoch.
Mittwoch. Ab. Okay. So this is how a sentence will be framed with the verb abfahren. So fahren already I had discussed that fahren is an irregular verb, but still I will tell you the conjugation. The conjugation of fahren will be like this: Ich fahre, ist, RST, stehe. Please always remember that fahren is an irregular verb, and then will fahren. Again, with the plural part, wir fahren, wir fahrt, sie fahren, sie fahren. Okay. Suppose I want to say that the train will depart. The train will depart at 6 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. How can make a sentence? How can you frame a sentence? Abfahren.
Der Zug.
Yeah, very good.
Screen not coming. What was the question?
Yeah, the question is
Yeah,
the train will
Yes.
depart. The train will depart at 2 o'clock on Tuesday.
Der Zug.
There's a part.
Okay. It's not part. Okay.
Fast.
Okay. What will come? What preposition will come with time? Preposition. Now what will come?
Zwei Uhr.
Zwei Uhr.
And then what preposition will come with?
Ab Tuesday.
Am Dienstag.
Donnerstag. Am Dienstag.
Is the sentence complete now?
Yes, sir.
No, the last it will come first. Ab.
Yeah, up will come.
Okay. Ab.
Very good. Okay, so this is how a sentence can be made with abfahren. Similarly, there is one more verb which means to arrive. Suppose when the flight is leaving, definitely it will arrive somewhere. Okay, so there is a verb called uncommon. Uncommon means to arrive. Okay, somebody
To
is
arrive.
arrive. Yeah. So you will also see at the German airports, Ankunft means arrival. So the sentence will be like this. Common conjugation, it's evident here is former forms, errors, form. I'm writing this for your easiness so that you can make some sentences looking at these. Here, common, okay, then here, common, common. Suppose I want to frame a sentence that the flight will arrive at 4 o'clock. How you can make a sentence? The flight will arrive at 4 o'clock. Tell me.
D flight.
Der Flug
Yeah, okay.
Der Flüge.
kommt.
Commerce. It will be actually not commerce.
Kommt.
As the first of all, there is no do. Even if there is a do, it will be not commerce. It comes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But der Flug
Der
kommt.
Flug kommt.
Yeah,
आगे क्या था सर? Side में.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Oi,
Der
Uhr.
UI
Yeah.
Uhr.
Uhr.
And the flight will come at 2 o'clock. Or the flight will arrive at 2.
Der Flug kommt um Uhr. UI Uhr. And
Voice is breaking, sir.
yeah.
Is it clear now, the voice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think there might be some problem with my internet. So there are some more verbs in German. The Trennbar verb, there is actually a list of Trennbar verbs. So I will tell you the list now itself. With so many tabs. So there are some common Trennbar verbs, which means something which is really written here, which I could find for A1. The list is, I'm writing this list. I will also send you. These are the common A1 Trennbar verbs. It is also written like with abholen to pick up, to collect, which I already explained. Abfahren means to depart. Abgeben means to handle. If you want to submit something, then you can use abgeben. Okay. Also with uncommon means to arrive. Anrufen means to call. Anfangen means to begin or start. Ansehen, suppose you might have seen a person in your family. Mostly she's constantly looking at you or your newly wedded wife or your children. Then she is watching, she is looking at you or anybody. But this was just for kidding. Ansehen means to look at, to watch. Suppose you are standing in front of a monument or any Sehenswürdigkeiten, we call it in German, be it Brandenburger Tor, anything. You're watching it, you're standing in front of the sea and watching a beautiful sunset, then you will use the verb stehe an. That means I'm looking at it. Anmachen. Anmochen is mostly used with the electrical appliances. Suppose I want to say that can you please turn on the fan, okay, or
To
can you
switch
turn
off.
on the AC? Then I will say kannst du bitte die Klimaanlage,
Cast.
kannst du bitte die Klimaanlage anmachen? Okay. So if you are good at using modal verbs, it will be for you to use the Trennbar verbs because it will be mostly together, put together at the last position of the sentence, and only the modal verb will be completed. And if you're good at using the Jana and Saga, you can easily claim some Jana and Saga with the help of these modal verbs and these Trennbar verbs. Okay, suppose if you want to say, can you please turn off the AC? Then you can say, can't do bitte die Klimaanlage. Klimaanlage is AC. Klimaanlage ausmachen. Ausmachen is also used to turn off something. To turn on, it, it means to turn off turn on an electrical appliance. To turn off means ausmachen, which is to turn off an electrical appliance. Again, without,
House or unmachen, sir.
yeah, aus oder anmachen. Or you can also say
Unmachen.
zumachen. So without, aufstehen means to get up. Ich stehe, suppose if you want to make a sentence like this. I wake up normally at 6 o'clock. Ich stehe um 6 Uhr. On Montag, suppose if you wake up at 6 o'clock only from Monday till Friday. Bis Freitag auf. So this will be the sentence you can frame if you want to say that I wake up at 6 o'clock from Monday till Friday. Okay, at 6 o'clock. Okay, aufmachen. Already I explained aufmachen if you want to open something like a window or a door or a box, something like so. It is necessary to remember which thing you are opening, right? Aufmachen, open. Aufhören, hör auf. This is commonly used like if a person is speaking bullshit, something like this. Then if you watch movies, they will speak like this. Hör auf, to stop. Aufhören means to stop. Okay. Aufräumen to clean or to tidy up. Aufräumen also it is a Trennbar verb which means yeah. Without it will be aufhören. I'm mentioning this one. Aufhören. Aufräumen means to tidy up, to clean something. Okay? Suppose if you want to ask your friend, can you please clean the room? How can you frame a sentence? If you want to ask your friend, can you please clean the room? How can you frame a sentence? Can you please clean the room? How can you make a sentence?
Chance to do.
Yeah,
Bitte.
yeah.
सर क्लीन के लिए कौन सी वर्ब होती है?
Clean के लिए aufräumen. I
Clean.
already mentioned here. Aufräumen. To clean is aufräumen.
Yeah, cars to house color.
Chance to
Kannst
bitte.
du bitte das Zimmer
Yeah,
auf,
very good.
aufräumen?
Aufräumen.
Aufräumen.
Aufräumen. Very good.
Aufräumen.
Home.
Aufräumen. Chance to bitte das Zimmer aufräumen.
Aufräumen.
Or simply if you want to frame a sentence like I am cleaning the room, you will say ich räume das Zimmer
Ich räume das Zimmer
auf.
Out.
Auf. Suppose my students they are not paying attention and I want to ask them, don't here bitte aufpassen. can you please pay attention? How will the sentence be framed? क्यों बिटे
Do bitte.
क्यों ये बिटे okay क्यों ये बिटे outpassen means to pay attention. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then you will
Yeah.
say okay, putting some water on your mouth, you will say okay, I'm paying attention. How you will make a sentence? Ich passe auf. I am paying attention. Yes. Correct. Then you will say ich passe auf. Okay.
Ich pass out. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And now some sentences, some Trennbar verbs with aus. Okay. What are these Trennbar verbs? Ausgehen. Okay. Ausgehen means to go out for fun. Suppose you want to ask your friends, can we all go out? Then how can you make a sentence about? Can we go out? Can we go out? How can you form a sentence?
Can we go out?
Yeah. What will be for can we?
Can't we?
No, können wir. Können wir
Können wir
ausgehen?
aus?
Okay, then the answer will be like this. Okay, we are going out. And you can frame the sentence. Okay, we are going out. We are going out. Okay, we are going out. Got it?
Yeah.
Suppose it is very necessary to remember that if you are getting off the bus, or a car or a train, then you should always say aussteigen. Suppose if you are in a metro and lot of people are there in a crowded metro, okay, and the doors are open for a limited time, and you want to ask the other people, can you please get off the metro? Okay, and you are afraid that the door might be closed before you get out of the metro. Then how can you
Can't
make a sentence? Yeah,
can't do bitte
yeah.
out door sir door
Aussteigen is sufficient.
aussteigen.
You don't need to mention, okay, from the metro. Then you don't need to remember, okay, metro is called this. Okay, kannst du
Got
bitte
it.
aus metro aussteigen? No, simply say, kannst du bitte aussteigen? Can you please get off? They will understand
Yes.
from where they
Yes, sir.
have to get off. They are not in a space or in a space station that you have to specify.
Yes, sir. मेट्रो के गेट पर खड़े रहते हैं.
Yeah. Okay.
कल से बोलना चालू कर देना ये.
And suppose if you want to say not a person, you want to say lot of people. How you will say? Don't hear bitte. Can you all please don't hear bitte aussteigen? Okay? Because there are a lot of people in front of you. Okay,
Yeah.
aussteigen. Don't hear is for second person informal plural. Okay.
Yeah.
Aussehen is also commonly used Trennbar verb, which means how I am looking at. The most common lie a husband tells to his wife that, hey, you are looking beautiful. So the question will be like this. The wife will ask his husband how I am looking. Wie sehe ich aus? How I am looking. The husband will say, du siehst schon aus. Okay, this is a lie, but he will say, du siehst schon aus. Okay. Do you understand why it is coming like this? Wie sehe ich aus? Why is the structure of this sentence like this? Why aus is coming at the last and sehe is coming at the second position? Is it clear?
Because sir, There is no modal verb in this sense.
Yeah, the no modal verb, and normally if there is a sentence with Trennbar verb, always it will come at the second position. The second part will come at the second position. The first part at the last position.
Last.
The husband will say, "Du siehst schön aus. You are looking beautiful." Okay.
Yeah.
Ausfüllen. Suppose if you go to a job application center or somewhere, and you have to fill a form. The person will ask you like this: "Können Sie bitte das Formular ausfüllen?" Können Sie bitte das Formular ausfüllen? Okay. Formular is form, a form. Okay? And ausfüllen, there will be an umlaut on you.
Sorry,
Das
can you
Formular.
fill a form?
Yeah, can you fill a form? And then you will say, "Yeah, fülle das Formular or Formular aus." Yeah, fülle das
Aus.
Formular.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Ausmachen, I already mentioned that it means to turn off. Okay. Aus,
Sir, anmachen to switch on, ausmachen to
to turn off.
switch on. Turn on.
Suppose if you want to say, "Can you please turn off the TV?" The TV is called as das Fernseher. The TV is das.
Kannst du das Fernseher ausmachen?
Yeah. Kannst du das Fernseher aus? Okay. This is how you can make a sentence with even a modal verb or without modal verb. You can simply focus on part. Okay, Chandra, Rajesh.
Yo.
So till now you know the word kaufen. Kaufen means, suppose if you are like buying at a small grocery shop, you just need have one or two things. Okay. You go to a small shop and you buy something and you come out. That is kaufen. But if you are in a shopping mall and you are purchasing a lot of things, you are actually shopping. What is the meaning of shopping in German? So einkaufen also it is a noun which means shopping. Okay? Doesn't necessarily means like it is a verb. Actually, it is a noun. Einkaufen. You can make some sentences like this: Ich gehe einkaufen. You hear? Ich gehe einkaufen or zum einkaufen. Simply you can say I am going for shopping, because einkaufen it is a noun. Or if you want to say that I am shopping, okay, then you can simply frame a sentence like this: Ich kaufe in Hypermarkt. Okay, am Montag. I, I am shopping in hypermarket on Monday. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I am shopping in hypermarket on Monday. This means
Hypermarket
going for
is
shop.
supermarket.
Hypermarket is mostly like Big Bazaar, or in Germany, there is very
Supermarket.
supermarket, like in Vishal Mega. So if you are going into a big supermarket, or you are entirely shopping not in a specifically in a supermarket, even if you are shopping in a Khan market, Sarojini Nagar, Sarojini market, anywhere where there are a lot of shops and only you are only purchasing. Okay,
Atta market.
Atta market, you can say einkaufen. Okay, always remember einkaufen is shopping and kaufen is to buy. Suppose you go to a shop, buy a cigarette, 10 rupees and come back. It is kaufen. not einkaufen. You are not going for shopping to buy a shampoo. Okay. Einsteigen, suppose you are forcefully get off a metro and then you are waiting for another metro, and then the metro comes at the platform and you are getting in the metro, you are going inside the metro. Then you will always say, Ich steige ein. Ich steige ein. Or if you want to say, again, there are a lot of people in front of you, and the door again opens for a limited time, and you want all of them to go inside quickly. You will say, Kjont ihr bitte schnell einsteigen. What is the meaning of this? Kjont ihr bitte schnell einsteigen. Could you all please quickly get in?
क्या तुम मुझे बस में अंदर ले
Can
सकते
you
हो?
please
Quickly. Schnell means quickly, fast. Get in einsteigen. Okay?
Can you quickly get me in?
Not get me in. Can you all please get yourself in?
Okay.
Can you all please get yourself in the car or in the metro? Suppose you're driving an Uber, you are an Uber driver, and mostly I watch movies where the other driver will say steig ein. Steig ein means to get in. Steig ein. This is imperative, I will tell you later classes. That how do you order somebody? How do you order the kids to drink milk, to stop playing, to study, get in the car? Steig ein means to get in the car. Okay. Einladen, I already explained. Einladen means to invite.
Invite.
Yeah. So I will also send this list in your group. Einschlafen, to fall asleep. Einziehen, to move in. Suppose if
Fall asleep. Asleep means
to fall asleep, if schlafen means there is no change in state. Schlafen means आप एक घंटा पहले भी सो रहे थे. You were sleeping 1 hour before. You are sleeping for the next 6 hours. This means schlafen. Okay.
okay, sir. To sleep.
Suppose at 1 a.m. you were schlafen. You were sleeping. Okay. Also at 6 a.m. you were sleeping. There was no change in the state of your sleeping. You were sleeping before 6 hours, again after 6 hours. But suppose at 11 p.m. you are awake, you are not sleeping. At 11:30 you sleep. Then you will use the verb ich schlafe ein. You are changing the state from being awake to sleeping, which means
Okay, to fall asleep.
yeah. Then you will use the verb einschlafen. Ich schlafe ein. I am going to sleep. Suppose if you are sleeping, you cannot say ich schlafe. Cannot say
Okay.
I'm sleeping. You cannot say when you are sleeping, because you are in a different world. But you can always say the verb ich schlafe ein. I am going to fall asleep. Okay. Suppose the kids are very tired and they want to sleep. Okay. The mother will say, okay, you have already eaten the dinner and then fall asleep. She will say, schlaf ihr ein. So that is imperative. Einziehen means, suppose if you are moving into a new apartment, new any place, then einziehen. Or even if you are moving into a new city, also you will say, but with your luggage, with your furniture, mobile. Furniture is mobile. This is furniture. Suppose if you are moving into an apartment or into a city with your furniture, you will say ich ziehe ein. Umziehen is actually to shift, umziehen. Suppose if you were previously working in Bangalore, now you are working in Delhi, and then you are giving an interview in German, you will say, Ich wurde nach Delhi umgezogen. That means you were shifted from Bangalore to Delhi. Definitely, please remember the word meanings of these Trennbar verbs. It is okay if you don't remember whether they are irregular or regular. Yes. Yes, please. So with mit, I have already explained mitkommen to come along. Mitbringen is to bring along. Mitnehmen means to take along. Mitmachen to participate. Suppose if you are participating anywhere in any university or any office space, then you will say mitmachen. Okay. Mit vorstellen means to introduce. Vorbereiten to prepare. If you are preparing for an interview, if you are preparing for a performance on the stage, you will always use the verb vorbereiten. You can frame sentences like this: Ich bereite vor. Okay. Vorschlagen means to suggest something. I understand these are a lot of verbs. It is difficult for you to memorize. I am giving you time to learn these kind of verbs. I will not simply ask you to randomly ask anything. Okay, for the next 2-3 days, they tell me the meaning of this. I never do, already know. But I expect you to at least learn the meanings of these Trennbar verbs. When you know the logic, how to frame a sentence, then definitely you will be able to frame some sentences in Trennbar verbs. Vorschlagen means to suggest. With zuhören means to listen carefully. Actually, it is not only it is that. Zuhören means to listen carefully. Listen carefully. Zumachen, I already discussed, is to close. So this was Trennbar verbs. Please memorize and practice. Try to frame some sentences with Trennbar verbs. If you have any doubts,